Lynn Lionhood. How you doing, Lynn?
Wonderful.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
So why don't we get started by sharing a little bit about yourself and what you do?
I'm actually an executive director with Legal Shield, and I work with small business owners to help them protect their businesses and do some employee benefits. And with very large companies, I do the same thing. I work with employee benefits with them.
Excellent. So what got you started in a company like this?
Actually, my husband had a career-ending injury, and that was devastating for my family. Stayed on life support for many months, and it really threw me from a stay-at-home mom into the position where I had to support a family of 6 people. And so I began selling security services, and that was fine. And eventually someone came to me and shared with me employee benefits. And the benefits that they shared with me were benefits that my family needed so badly, and I didn't know they even existed. So I really made it my pact at that point that that was something that I was much more interested in, got into it, and went right to the top.
Wow, that's good. That's excellent. And it's unfortunate that you found yourself in the situation that you're in to be able to open these doors, but, thank God something was there, right?
Life takes 20 turns, and you can either let it eat you up or you can let it be the reason that you become successful, and that's what I chose to do.
Excellent. I love it. So, when you look at your line of work, what gets you most excited about what you do?
I think it's helping people and watching how it makes a difference in their lives. I mean, I've had people I had a gentleman that was on the verge of losing his home through foreclosure, and he was desperate. I mean, he was nearly crying, and I said to him, I think I can help you. And he was adamant that I couldn't help him. And I said, if you'll just trust me and give it a try. And he did, and it saved his home for him. He called me back 4 months later. This is a gentleman probably in his early 60s, nearly crying, and said, you'll never know. I didn't think you knew what you were talking about, and you did know. And it saved my home. He, in turn, gave me his daughter a year later when she was on the verge of losing her home. And one just leads to another and another. I've had people that went through situations where there was no will in the family, and they had to go through probate, and it was horrible how people will fight over Tupperware. I mean, it doesn't make any difference what it is. And all of a sudden, getting a plan like this and putting those documents in place at no cost, those issues disappear. So I just hear story after story about the difference that it's made in people's lives, and those you can feed off of that for a long time.
Right. No, that sounds excellent. So, I mean, can you share a little bit about that experience, or is that complicated?
About the benefit itself?
No, so the experience that he had, I mean, it sounded like there was no way in his mind that what you could do could get him out of that situation.
Absolutely. Let me give you another example. I had a gentleman who was a CPA, and he lost his position through downsizing, and said that he was going through all of his household bills, went through his utility bills to find that he was being charged an additional $20 on a utility bill that he didn't understand. And his wife took a look at it. She didn't understand it either. Both of them contacted the utility, who said, well, that was for the work with the appliances in case the appliances should fail. And they said they'd never heard of anything like this, and they didn't think they had asked for it. No, you asked for it, and you actually used it 3 times last year. And he said he contacted them and said, could you send me the proof that I actually used it 3 times? And he waited a month and never got that kind of proof from them. And so finally he went to his Legal Shield services. They contacted the utility company and found out through the utility company that he had been charged for this for over several years and got a check for $2,500 back. So it is amazing the difference that this can make in people's lives when they're hurting and they don't realize that they have nowhere to turn, and now we provide them somewhere they can go.
Well, that's good. So, it sounds like this could be a benefit that most people can take advantage of.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess when you look at the target market that you're focused on, I mean, what are some of the common reasons besides what you said that people would normally take advantage of what you do, and what's the best way for them, like the best and the easiest way for them to kind of reach out and ask for help?
I would say that the target market would really be almost anybody. I'm finding that there are young people, very young people, who are having problems with their car insurance going up because they're getting traffic tickets. How nice to be able to have a way that you can actually take those traffic tickets and go to court, have an attorney appear with you or on your behalf at no cost, and keep those tickets off of your insurance rates, because the insurance companies can raise your rate for several years based off of one ticket. So these young people need to understand it's not a matter of saying, I'll sit in traffic school for a couple of days. That's going to hit your record. That's going to hurt you for a long period of time. Young people will find that when they're going out and they're renting their first apartment, sometimes they're a big target if they don't have a way to fight back, maybe to get their deposits back if they left the place in great shape. How nice to know that they now do have that. I'm having a lot of widows. A lot of older women right now have had a man in their life for many years making all their decisions for them, and it was a comfortable thing for them to do. All of a sudden, the husband passes away, and the widow finds that she's in a position now where she's unsure of decisions that she has to make. She doesn't have anyone left to go to. Her father has passed. A lot of her good friends have passed. How great to have a law firm that she can use. I said it's kind of like having your husband without having to do the laundry. And so it's a great service. I mean, I'm dealing with a widow right now who's going through some really devastating changes that are happening, and she's looking very forward to just starting that legal service now, picking up the phone and letting them make the decisions for her. So it can be a family, it can be a single individual, it can be just about anybody. I mean, I've had families that have had issues with disabled children, and they've had things happen to them and they don't know what their rights are. So not knowing your rights is a horrible situation. So it's good for the big traumatic things in your life, but it's good for the little trivial everyday things. Let me give you one more quick example. Something that I used it for just recently for myself. Took my car in for some repairs, and I paid $2,000 for an additional warranty, and they called me up to let me know that none of the repairs are going to be covered under the warranty. And it's going to be $2,500, but I'm such a good customer, I'm going to get a 10% discount. I said, wait a minute. I said, do me a favor, just put the keys in my car, pull my car out on the lot, look at the sign on the side of my car and know what I do for a living, and know that I'm going to take that warranty and send it to my lawyer and have him review it. In 10 minutes, I got a call back saying that they had spoken to the head of the area development for that particular car company, who had come to a decision that because I was such a great customer, it was now going to cost me only $200, and they were going to pay for the balance of the repairs. Now, mind you, I didn't buy the warranty from the car company. I bought it from someone they had sitting in their showroom. So it's amazing the power that it can have. I used it for something as small as a light bulb. Bought 4 light bulbs. They were $10 light bulbs reduced to $2.50. I got charged full price. I asked the people at Walgreens to correct it, and they told me they weren't going to do it. They couldn't prove that I wasn't the one who had taken one of these guns that marks the prices down on items and put that price tag on there myself. I was shocked that they said this in front of everyone. But I merely made a call to my law firm, told them what happened. The next day, I got a call from Walgreens headquarters saying, Ms. Lionhood, go back in the store. We're refunding all your money and giving you a gift card for the way you were treated. So I'm thinking I'm getting $30 and a $25 gift card. They gave me back everything I spent in the store, just short of $250 plus a $25 gift card. So for me, it's power that I never had. I only wish I would have known about it all the years I was raising my children. Nice.
Yeah, so it sounds like people can benefit from this pretty well.
Absolutely.
So, let me shift focus a little bit now. When you're running a business and, whether it's Legal Shield or anything else, there's always you got to stay focused, right? I mean, you got to stay on task. You got goals. You got all this stuff that you're trying to achieve. What are some of the things that you do to kind of stay focused and keep your intentions, in the right direction so you do well?
I think the smartest thing that I have done, Jeff, is I have begun to partner. I partner with insurance professionals, financial planners, CPAs, benefits brokers, HR people. Those people have their fingers on the pulse of a lot of people in the situations that they're facing. They know that small business owners want to offer benefits but can't afford to offer benefits. A lot of them know small business owners that are having problems with keeping up with compliance with government regulations. They're horrible right now in the state of Illinois, the government regulations. And those government regulations could literally put them out of business if they're not in compliance. How nice to know that for less than a half an hour of an attorney's time, for that full month, the small business owner can take care of every bit of that. Collections issues are huge for small business owners. So these are the types of people they see every day in their work life. They know those people. How nice for them to say, Lynn, I need you to go see Joe Smith. He's having a serious issue with collections. He cannot afford to fund his retirement until he's able to collect some outstanding debt. So all of these people have their fingers on those people. By partnering with them, I'm able to help them. They're able to help me.
Right. So, staying focused on leverage opportunities like that is probably, something good that most people should do. Which I agree 100%. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Kind of what you're doing here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just, what can you do? Because obviously you can do a lot to help them as well, right?
Correct.
So, there's mutually beneficial relationships out there that everyone should be trying to form. And to your point, I mean, that's exactly what this resource is for, too. So, if you had an opportunity to kind of set people down that were about to, embark on an opportunity and share all the learnings that you've acquired over the years so they can kind of get a running start, so to speak, what would be the biggest things that you'd share with them that would help them the most?
I have a little list of things that I actually provide to people when they ask me that, because I get asked that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've had challenges in my life, as you well know, but someone in my company challenged me to really take things to a different level one year. In that particular year, I had a grandson that passed away, a small baby. That was tough to overcome. And I had 3 back surgeries in about 6 weeks, and I've never had health issues. So all of those things could be considered great excuses for having a bad year. I chose to see those as just speed bumps that I had to get over in order to be able to accomplish what I wanted to. And I want you to know that that particular year was my best year in the business. I became #1 with my company in all of the United States and Canada. So that was powerful. Someone told me we have 450,000 agents. So that's a huge accomplishment for me.
Excellent.
So I was asked repeatedly at that point, what do you do that's different than everyone else that makes you successful? So I jotted down some things, and it's a list that I give to people so that they can take it, because I figure that somebody once said, learned knowledge is powerful, but applied knowledge is far more powerful. So I jotted these down, which I'd be more than glad to make available to anyone in your organization that wants it. And I tell them, take this, post it in the bathroom, on the mirror, next to your computer, on the refrigerator, next to your bed. Read it over and over until you are doing everything on that list, and the success will come your way. So let me tell you what they are. The first thing is I tell them life is not a game, or life is a game. Don't take yourself too seriously. Go out and have fun with whatever it is you have to do. If I were a garbage man, I'd be the happiest garbage man there was. It's just an attitude. It really is. If you go into it and you've got a bad attitude, you are never going to be successful. People feel that. So that's really important. Successful people will find a way to get beyond the fear and take risks. I want you to enjoy what it is you're doing. Speak the truth. Always stand behind whatever you tell anyone. If you tell them, I'm going to talk to you today, I don't care if it's 10 o'clock at night, do that. Your word is really all that you've got. Turn obstacles into opportunities. People that are successful see all those obstacles in their path, and they see them as wonderful things that challenge them to get over it. Like I said, I use speed bumps as my example. You get to that first speed bump, enormous numbers of people will turn around and go back. But the truly successful people will get over that obstacle and get on to the next one. I guarantee you, having been there, the next speed bump is bigger, and the next one is bigger, and the next one is bigger. But by the time you get to the goal that you want at the end, there will only be a few people who have made it. And let me tell you, as an older woman, it's tougher and tougher to throw yourself over those speed bumps, but the reward is amazing. When you turn around and look at all those that had much more talent, but chose to not get over that speed bump. So that's important. Act on your desires. Don't waste your time dreaming. You can make all those dreams become reality, but you just have to take the action to make that happen. Knock until the door opens. Live the life that you want. There's no backups in life. If you know what you want, put all your effort into making your dreams a reality. No complaining. We all have been around tons of people who do nothing but whine and moan every day. I don't want to be around those people. I want to be around the people who say it's just a matter of figuring out what I have to do. I will do this. That's the person I want to work side by side with, no matter how difficult it is. Know you that you deserve the best. Knowing this will help you forget about the fears and raise your standards. That's a powerful one too. Know that you deserve that success. Stick to your own rules. I know that rules are made to be broken, but successful people make their own rules and stick to those rules. I never fit in the box, Jeff. Companies have tried to put me in the box. I just don't fit.
That's why we're here. That's why we're talking. We're trying to be in that box.
The best people you know are people that made their own rules and then stuck with them and became successful. That's how innovation comes about. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. There are so many people who won't ask for the person's business or just won't ask for anything. That makes them look weak and very unsure of themselves. That's not good. So connect to your passion and express your fears without any guilt, fear, or shame. When you ask for something, focus and expect positive outcomes, you'll get them. Mentors. You have no idea how important mentors are. A lot of people overlook that and don't think it's important. It is important. Select your mentors very, very carefully. It's one of the biggest keys to success. If you pattern yourself after the goof off at work, you're going to be like the goof off. Pattern yourself off of the person that you really want to be. I lost a very important mentor in my life, and I felt like I was a ship kind of circling around in the ocean for a little while until I found another mentor. So having a mentor, I don't care how powerful you are, that's important. The last two, feel comfortable despite the uncomfort. People start doing something and refuse to move because of fear of rejection or failure. Leaving your comfort zone is challenging. Successful people feel comfortable being uncomfortable. I think if you get stuck in your comfort zone, you're never going any further than the 6th floor. There may be 12 floors in the building, but I can reach the 6th floor button and that's it. Stand on a box. Reach the 12th floor button. That's really what you want. The last one is that every dream begins with a dreamer. You have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Successful people will always do what unsuccessful people won't do. Those are goals that I've kept. I've written them down so that I can provide them to anybody who needs them. But again, reading them and putting them on the shelf, no good. Reading them and applying them can make a marked difference in where they're going.
I agree. No, I agree. And I appreciate you sharing that. If I could say I'm 100% aligned with everything that you just said. And, and I truly believe that, what you call speed bumps are exactly what they are. And they're tests, there's a plan, there is a higher power, there's a God, and he puts those things in place to see if you're really serious about carrying out what you're here and intended to do. And
right, Jeff, I wouldn't be talking to you, Jeff, if you didn't go over the speed bump that was in front of you, because this didn't exist before that.
No, and I could have. There were so many times, and we don't have enough time here to talk about all of the speed bumps that I've been through. But if you could imagine, since 2003, it's been who knows what's that? 12 years now. I mean, it's been 12 years of challenge in most people's eyes, and but to me, we've gone so far, and just in a short amount of time here, just that infectious attitude is attracting so many unbelievable people that get what you're saying. And if you'd be so kind to share that list somewhere on the group, that'd be great, because I think it could benefit a lot of people. So yeah, I appreciate you sharing that, and it just it's one of those things where it validates everything that I think every day, and hopefully those of you watching can take those and do exactly what Lynn said. Pin it to your wall. Look at it. Tell yourself you're it, right? And even if you don't believe it, it starts with thinking it, right?
Right.
And eventually you're going to become that because you think it, and that's half the battle. So I really appreciate you sharing that. So anyway, let's shift gears a little bit. And I know we're taking up a lot of time here, so let's try to keep this part short. But, the platform is there. The group's there. We're both a part of the network, the Co-Opvertising network. That's why we're here. And if you had a chance to kind of reach out to the group and offer, your assistance, or maybe say, this is what I need help with, what would you ask for?
Two things. I like you, Jeff, have always felt that I've been blessed in my life. Even when I had challenges, I know that I've been blessed in my life. The only way that I can show my appreciation is to give back as much as I possibly can and don't look for something in return. So I began to start a lot of networking groups. But I made my networking groups very serious. There was no money involved for me to be made by doing those. It was all about making connections with the people that I did business with and the people that were my prospects. If their businesses flourished, they would not forget that, and they would come back and be good to me. And that's worked out wonderful. So once a month, I have a networking luncheon at Moraine Valley College. About 75 business owners get together. It's not just putting people in a room. Not only do we eat together, but I allow 6 or 7 people an opportunity to have a table to let us get to know more about their business. But I also have an educational segment for an hour where I look for people, and you probably have a lot of them within this group that would be wonderful people who could share knowledge with the people in that room. So every month for 1 hour, we have an educational segment that will help anybody. Maybe it's inspirational. Maybe it's something financially that will help them, insurance-wise, HR-wise. Doesn't matter what it is. Bring that opportunity and that idea to me. I'll expand on it, and we'll make it happen. It has been so wonderful. These lunches take about 3 hours, but people say, I left there with new business, with new contacts. I mean, I physically connect people. I don't just say, Joe, you should know Pete. I go put Joe and Pete together, edify both of them, and make sure they understand why they need to talk to each other. It is so rewarding to me to see them sitting together and talking all throughout that day and leaving knowing that they're going to have lunch and they're going to start working together. Maybe it's a good fit for both of them. Maybe Joe knows somebody that Pete needs to know that would be great for Pete's business. So, while the economy has been unkind to small business owners, we as small business owners need to be kind to each other. We're all in the same boat. So that's powerful for me, is keeping those types of events going for other people.
Excellent. So if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach you?
2 things. Call me. My phone number is 630-697-6889, or email me at RHL, that's like really happy Lynn, 6807@gmail.com.
Excellent. So make sure you get a hold of Lynn. It sounds like she can help you in more ways than one. Definitely
Jeff,
can.
I'm so honored that you asked me to do this, Jeff. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. So that's all we got for today. And again, I really appreciate you taking the time today to share, what you're all about, what your company's all about, and hopefully, it'll pass on to others that will hopefully get some inspiration, want to reach out and help, and we're just here to be the conduit. So I really appreciate it, and we'll hopefully see you and everybody else online soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.